Hey guys, it's your girl Tavy, and on this video we're going to focus on just doing a good base, a good foundation for your makeup. That's pretty much it. There is no eyeshadow, there's no blush, there's no highlight. I use a little bit of bronzer and some lipstick and some lashes to create this look. So we're about to get into it, but right before we get into that, I want you guys to make sure you hit the subscribe button. Alright. Hey guys, today we're about to focus on having a good base. And when I think of a good base, I think of a good foundation routine, a good concealer, good powder. It's basically something that you can put on, walk in and walk out the door. You don't have to, if your base isn't good, it doesn't matter if your foundation is popping. It doesn't matter if you have on the latest blush, if your contour is laid to the guy, if your foundation and your concealer is not together. If that's not together, then you have nothing. H2O. So you can basically just put together a good base, no brows, no eyeshadow, no nothing, and you can walk out the door. Or you could do your brows, throw on the base and some eyelashes, which is what we're going to do today. We're not going to do any eyeshadows, no blush. We're going to just focus on our base. I already did my brows. So, starting out with your base, one of the main things that's going to really make a difference for you is the type of skin you have, whether you have dry skin, oily skin, or combination skin. My skin typically runs kind of dry. So, right now I'm going to use the Glow Recipe Watermelon Juice Moisturizer. So, that's going to depend on if you're going to use a heavy moisturizer or a lighter moisturizer. This Glow Recipe is definitely a lighter moisturizer. I would definitely recommend this for people who have oily skin or combo skin. Like me, I typically have dry skin, but sometimes I don't like a really heavy moisturizer. Sometimes I like a lighter moisturizer. And this is a lighter moisturizer, but it is moisturizing for me. But some people who have really like dry skin, this moisturizer may not work for them. So, and then the next thing you want to go into with your primer. If you have oily skin, then typically you want to use a mattifying primer. Some people don't use primers at all. They just use moisturizer. I think Kim Kardashian doesn't use primer. That she only uses moisturizer when she does her makeup. But I typically use primer. So my normal routine before I get on camera is I moisturize and I do my brows and I let my moisturizer sink in a little bit. I just do that because I just think everything just flows better and more smoothly when you give it time to dry, give your skin time to soak it up. And then so typically what I would do next after I do my brows and my moisturizer, then I would prime, and after I prime my face I would do my eyeshadow, give that primer time to sit in. And that's typically what my normal routine is. But since we're focusing on a base, I want to build this face up from the ground up so you guys can see. I'm going to use a No Pore Problem Primer by Touch in Sol. And this is one of my go-to primers, especially when I'm filming or even if I'm going somewhere. I can use this primer. My makeup holds up when I use your primer. It really does. And I was having some bad skin issues, but I focus on my skincare pretty good at nighttime. I guess sometimes when I'm on the road I don't take care of my skin like as well as I should. And so that's what I need to focus on when I'm on the road, is skincare. So after you let your moisturizer sit, I'm going to tell you guys a secret. But you guys have probably already seen it because I've done it on camera. Like sometimes before I put my foundation on, I'll put concealer up under my eyes. And lately, I've been using the Dragon Beauty. I put that on up under my eyes and color correct wherever I need it. And then go on top of my foundation with it. But today we're not going to do that. We're just going to do basic, simple foundation and concealer. So the next thing you're going to need to know, depending on your skin or whether you're going to be needing a radiant glowy foundation or a matte foundation, depending on your skin type. And I think today I'm gonna use, you know what, I haven't used this NARS combo. I think I used it just the other day when I was filming, but I love these two together and they're my faves. And so next, in choosing, after you choose your foundation that you're gonna use, and these are the shades Caracas and Cadiz, and I'm going to mix these together, is to decide if you want to use a sponge, a beauty blender type sponge, or a brush. Now, with using the sponge, it soaks up some of the product. So if you use a brush, you know, you're gonna get probably more coverage. But I think for beginners, it's easier to use a sponge because it's easier to blend it out to fix your flaws than it would be to use a foundation brush. Can be intimidating. It really can be. So I'm just pumping mine on the beauty blender. I'm using 2 pumps of each foundation. Yes, that's a total of 4 pumps, but you know, we gotta be snatched today. So when I was doing my foundation, I took off my little wing on my eyebrow. I hate when I do that. So once you've received your optimal coverage with your foundation, you want to go with your concealer. And today I want a more skin tone concealer, so I'm gonna go in with the Too Faced Born This Way. This butterscotch concealer is more of my skin tone. I don't want to look flashy today or stand out or anything, but I do want to like look put together. You know, you don't want to, when you wear your basic makeup, I still like to look put together. Like, I want my makeup to look neat and nice. I don't want it to just be like I just threw something on my face. I still want people to turn around and look at me, because you can tell that I got skills even though I didn't do like the beats. I'm not going to do too much concealing because we're not going to do any contouring. So we're going to set our concealer. I'm going to use a Laura Mercier translucent. So I'm going to go ahead and line my top lid. Okay guys, I went ahead and did a little bit of a wing, if you can tell. I want you guys to bear with me as I am working with my lighting and working out the settings of my camera. Please just bear with me. If you hear something in my videos right now, that's my son in the background, but if you hear a little buzzy noise, I think I got that figured out of what it was. So just please be patient with me as I figure out how to use my new camera and how I want to try to do some type of lighting. So right now I'm just setting all over my face with the Sephora Micro Smooth Matte Tan. I always use like a compact powder. This is a compact powder. You could probably wear this on your own as a foundation routine. But I always use it to set the rest of my makeup. To me, I just think it just makes everything just feels and just looks better, more smoothly. Now when you're going to want to use a setting spray or a face mist or something to kind of like take the powdery effect from your face. Let me see if I can kind of like zoom in. See how it kind of look kind of powdery right now. So I want to spray a setting spray on me. I'm gonna go ahead and use this Iconic London one. I've been using this for the past few days and kind of like it. And usually whenever I spray my face, I leave my eyes closed, especially if I'm wearing some eyeshadow, because I don't want anything to crinkle or to move. And I fan it dry, but you could just let it dry on its own. But depending on if you are using a setting spray or face mist, you can use one that will make you look more matte. You can use one that will make you look more hydrating. You can use one that will give you glowy skin. You can use whichever kind of spray you want. But some of them will make your makeup last longer. Some of them will just set your face and just take away the powdery effect, and that's all that they do. So after we do that, we want to find us some lashes and a nice lip. I kind of want to wear a little bit of a dramatic lash today. So I think I want to wear, these are not really dramatic, but they're just bigger than what I normally wear. These Zola lashes in the shade, in the style Mia. I got these in my lashy box, but you guys, I don't know when this, you'll probably be done seen by now. The new video I put up, I went to the lash bag. So I'm no longer doing the lashy box, I'm doing the My Lash bag, but it's from the same company. So I'm not going to do my lashes on camera, nor will I do my lips on camera, but I'm going to be back with my final look. But that's the only thing else that I'm going to do. Okay guys, I am back with the final look. How do you guys like it? Now I used the Lippy, the Melted Matte by Too Faced, the pumpkin spice one. And I paired that with my matte lip liner in the shade Cork. And then I put on some eyeliner. And I did bronze just a little bit, because I felt like my face needed some dimension. I guess it's because like I'm not used to doing my makeup without no bronzer or anything on. And so I use the bronzer, the Fenty bronzer. I have the mini one in Caramel Cutie. And so this is the bronzer that I used. Try to open it up for you guys. And that's everything that I used on my face, you guys. I think that's the only thing that I done off camera. I was having some technical difficulties when filming, but I am going through the motions, you guys. I'm learning how to get my settings right and my mic and stuff right with the new camera. So if you guys notice a little buzzing sound in my videos, or if you notice, you know, the lights off or something's off. Some of my videos, I know I look super close to the camera, then some of them I don't. So I'm playing with the camera, trying to see the different settings, trying to find, you know, what do I want my camera to be on when I film. So if you guys are experiencing that, you know, I'm sorry, I apologize, but I'm gonna get it right. All right, I'm gonna holler at you guys later, but right before you go, hit the subscribe button.